Okay, wait, is it working now? It seems like it might be working now. Do I know how to do this? Okay, it's working on Twitch. Man, this is what I get for not streaming in 6 months. And it looks like it's working on YouTube? Alright, I think it's actually working. Okay, so... I'm gonna play like 1 or 2 games of chess. And I'm gonna do some poker studying. I don't have that much time, because I'm gonna go play poker later. But I've been wanting to stream again for some reason. So here I am. So yeah, I'll try to suck you guys in with a couple games of chess. And then make you guys watch me play poker. Assuming anybody actually like remembers that I exist. Which I wouldn't blame you guys for not remembering that. Let's see here. Alright, now that doesn't look great. So... what happened? Why does it look all bad? It's not that. Alright, well, I guess we'll figure that out. Oh, okay, I definitely should not have messed with anything. I think it was like that. I'll make sure to lose this game while I'm fixing all this stuff. Okay, I can do this. I know how to stream. This goes over here. How's it going, Pino? I'll read your comment momentarily. Alright, that looks pretty good. I don't know, I might need to fix it a little more. We can do a little more fixing. Oh, you guys hate it when I have the big letters and numbers and stuff, so we'll turn that off. You guys hate that for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. This probably needs to be a little like that. All right, now what's happening in this game? Man was in spiritual retreat and he's taking... Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. This reminds me of a game I lost over the board one time. Trying to remember what stupid things I did in that game. Probably more than one. I think I can do this. How's it going, Thaddeus? How's it going, bouncing? What's up, Paulie? Man, it's hard playing chess while I stream. I mean, it's hard playing chess anyway, but... And how's it going, Vindictive? I saw like 2 minutes of Vindictive stream earlier. He won a piece and then he lost all his pawns and it looked like he was gonna lose, but I didn't see the end of the game. Maybe he survived somehow. But it didn't look good to my untrained eye. Do a little unpinning. 5K? That's more than I've ran in the last 10 years combined. Tournaments coming up. The nearest tournament that I know for sure I'm going to play is the Alabama State Championship, which will be Labor Day weekend. I haven't played a rated game since January, so probably I should play more often than like twice a year. You once ran 5 feet? Yeah, that's pretty good. I very rarely run 5 feet. Hello, Burke Olgan. C6, I guess. Does that hang a pawn? It looks like it hangs a pawn. Maybe it doesn't hang a pawn. Might not. But I don't like it. What do I like, though? Is there anything I like? Why do I play the King's Indian? Why do people play this terrible opening? King's Indian is nothing but pain. Alright, I guess a bad plan's better than no plan. In which city is the Alabama State Championship? That is officially undetermined. Although I have a pretty good idea of the answer. But in an official capacity, that hasn't been announced yet, so I say nothing. If I say something, I'm in big trouble. Not really, but... You gained 30 FIDE, apparently? Bouncing, I can't remember the last time I streamed, or the last time I, like, talked to you and told you anything about this. I guess I streamed... We analyzed my games in Charlotte on stream, so I guess this isn't news. But... I played one FIDE rated tournament in my life, because I played one in Charlotte in January, and my FIDE rating is now higher than my USCF, because I had a really good tournament. So I went from no FIDE rating to like 1870 or 1880, I can't remember. I think I can play H5. I just have to do a little rudimentary calculating. I don't know, maybe I can't. Yeah, maybe I can't. It's unfortunate. I guess here. How's it going, Layla? You were gonna stream your simul? You're doing a simul today? I'm only streaming for a few hours, so I mean, you can still do it. Paulie also has FIDE greater than USCF? I thought I was the only one. No, I can't play in your simul because I have to go play poker for 8 hours. Two? Surely F5, exclam. Wait a minute. Is F5 good? Might not be good. Do I play WSOP? No, I never have, and I probably won't this year either. If I do, it'd be some of the smaller things, but I haven't, you know, booked any travel or anything. I kind of want to. If the Alabama State Championship is in Huntsville, you might play. Well, it was in Huntsville 2 years ago. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Show everyone the Anthem video? That'd be too much work. That was a good anthem, though. Hello, cute kitty cat 2. How does anyone under 60 afford to pay WSOP? Well, there's more than just the main event. The main event costs 10K to enter. And yeah, you basically have to be either, you know, wealthy on your own, or you have to be a professional poker player for that to be a reasonable thing to do. But there's other events, like, you know, there's other tournaments that are more reasonably priced. Yeah, Night on the Rim, Layla approves. Although Layla doesn't know which side's better. Well, this seems right. I don't really have like a plan, but that's true. You can satellite into the WSOP. I am thinking about playing a WSOP satellite, but I probably shouldn't because it doesn't really fit my bankroll. I don't like it. I don't like my position. Do I still teach chess? I do, more than ever. Although not more than ever right now because it's summer. But I taught in schools more this year than I ever have before. Decided to dump a whole bottle of water into your computer. Yeah, I don't think that's good for the computer. Yeah, if you make the final table, that's good. Then you make a lot of money. They do, but those tend to be more babysitting than teaching kids how to play chess. Which is not really what I'm in it for. It's a lot of work. I mean, you have to have, like, a place, you know, for all the kids. You gotta watch them the whole day. You gotta feed them. I'm more of a, like, I want to teach the kids for, like, an hour, and then I'm out. Like, I don't want to deal with them for, you know, all day. What am I, a parent? Yeah, that's kind of annoying. A little annoying. Yeah, it's better to be one of the lowest rated players in the open section, in my opinion. I'm not having the most amount of fun here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's not the most fun. You want to play me even after watching this game? It was pretty bad. I didn't execute Knight on the Rim properly. I can move it to the rim again, though. That's good. Not real sure why he let me do this, but... Draw agreed. As usual, I have plenty of time. Plenty of time to figure it all out. Oh, that's the wrong button. This is fun. Yeah, this was bad. Yeah, I'm losing anyway, but that was bad. There should have been... I mean, I shouldn't lose. I'm not sure where it went wrong. Okay, wait. I mean, am I lost here? I guess I need to play knight f7. Now he can't really do anything, because if he ever goes here, I have this. I guess knight f7? And then I assume it's a draw? Oh, it's a draw even at the very end, according to the computer. So wait. I don't know how to draw here. I don't like the squares I put my knight on. Like, if I'm gonna do this, this is probably... I don't even know. It's just really awkward to get my knight back to stop once I'm on this square in here, but... Yeah, how do I... I mean, I was gonna go here. Oh, I guess... This was my plan, but I didn't see this was coming with check. So I guess this is just... I guess this is just a draw? I don't know. Too hard for me. Yeah, he threw pretty hard. Like, I really have no idea why this was ever done. He didn't have to do any of that. I mean, at some point I thought he could just sack an exchange and win. I'm trying to remember where that was. Yeah, I mean, here? What's wrong with that? I couldn't believe he didn't play king b2. So yeah, he gave me a lot of chances that I didn't really deserve. Yeah, now it's just a draw, and then it says I was winning, which is not that hard for me to believe. Yeah, and then I just took with the rook here for like no real reason. I mean, I didn't have much time to think about it. I mean, taking with the knight, I just stay up the pawn. Like, taking with the rook would make sense if the pawn were here, I think, but I didn't see I'm losing the pawn at the end. Yeah, let's see how draw. Okay, wait, this didn't happen. It says knight b4 is the only draw. Okay, so I would never have found that. Okay, I guess the point is we're trying to get to e7. That seems believable. But yeah, it would take me a while to find that. If ever. Thanks whoever followed. Who was it? Tempo flows. Yeah, so now it says only knight d5 draws, not knight c6. I guess knight d5 doesn't let him play here. I guess that's the point. So we have to play knight d5. Yeah, now these moves win. But against knight d5, those moves don't win. Because this one's illegal and this one loses the pawn. Tough stuff. And then yeah, here... I mean, it still doesn't seem the most straightforward. Let's see. What do I do against g7? Probably e2, I guess, but I don't know. Confused. I have to play knight e7 check. Yeah, okay, I guess we just draw, like this. Yeah, I should know my endgames better. Yeah, so that was tough. The opening went really badly for me. I'm not gonna play against viewers. Sorry, I'll start Mile. Well, yeah, I wasn't necessarily like mentally like I wasn't really wanting to press. It was kind of more like I have 10 seconds, and like the only way I can really play in 10 seconds is to try and win. Like I'm not gonna figure out like what's the best way to draw in 10 seconds. But like I can play for the win. I can play like obvious winning attempts in 10 seconds. Yeah, that was kind of a crazy game. Yeah, opening went really badly, but then again, it's the King's Indian, so like, kind of what I'm signing up for. Knight a6. Would never think of that. All right, who cares about the opening? So we'll play one more game of chess, and then we'll do some poker. Poker study. I'm black again. I'm playing against Layla. Dang, I like playing knight c6 against knight f3 because a lot of times they let you play e5. If you play e5, then you have a good position. This guy didn't let me play e5 though. I mean, it's not like losing, but I mean, it's bad, you know. A3 exclam. What? I guess he didn't want knight b4. Ah, fair enough. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but what do I know? C3. It is a reverse Jobava. I was taking note of that. Guess I gotta do something about that. How's it going, Ringaw? How's it going, Julian? And Bunzo? Yeah. A4 seems like a good move. Seems like a good move. Yeah, I'll tell Taterhead you said hi next time I see her. I'm not like some people that don't. You like to relay messages. She was here earlier. She might still be here. If she is, then Bunzo says hi. I want to do that. Is that a good move? Kind Kind of seems like it should be a good move. I don't know, it may not be that good. Could be good though. I mean, could be. I guess I'm gonna do it. Just in case. In case it's good. How's Tin and L going, Julian? You had a walk with Yasser, that sounds fun. I would like to meet Yasser one of these days. Not that I'd have anything interesting to say to him, but he would have interesting things to say to me. C4 was my plan. I guess I don't, like, have to do that. I could just, you know, castle or something. Guess I'm not too worried about this. We'll just castle. Castling's good. Oh yeah, I completely agree with that, Rurgaw. Maybe this was good though. I mean, it was kind of the point of C5. If I'm not playing C4, then why did I play C5 before castle? So he could hang a piece? Yes, that was why. You gotta make it legal for them to hang pieces. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that either. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to Vegas because it's kind of late. You know, there's a chance I'll go play poker this summer, but I guess I'm not playing the National Open. Too late to figure all that out. Yeah, doesn't that... Oh, my knight. My knight's hanging. That's the problem. Oh, but his knight. So I have to calculate then? Hate it when I have to calculate. He'll play like. I think I can take it. Also, I'm low on time, so. Yeah, calculating's for the week. That's what's been nice about playing poker a lot, is that there's no calculating. You're just like, this is what I'm supposed to do, I think. Oh yeah. Well, I guess we want to get some pawns. Try to trap their king. That's good advice. I don't know how to play PLO. But my answer nevertheless is, in most cases, no. What little I've learned about PLO includes the fact that it's not really all that great to just like blindly go all in with aces. It's kind of better to just call and like see what happens. That is what I have learned. Whether or not it's true, can't say. But thank you for your question. $50 big blinds is pretty shallow. That's true. I mean, if you can go all in for 50, then yeah, like sure. But I mean, a lot of spots, you know, that's not really like, you can raise, but it's not going to be all in. But yeah, I mean, I guess for 50, I'm always just raising. People have length, then I'm gonna pot, and if I guess you just go with it for 50. Do a tactic? Maybe. No promises. That's probably a good move. Well, 500 big blinds, getting it in with aces is great. The problem is you're not going to get it in pre-flop. I guess that's true, Julian. Yeah, I mean, ace, 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 that's the best hand there is. What's he doing? Attacking my thing? And attacking that thing? I think I can safely resign. Good game. So arguably I shouldn't have hung my knight for no reason. Other than that, I thought it was a good game. Yeah, I should have played C. That was the whole point of C5 was like... I mean, I'm not threatening to take, so like what's... Why play C5 if I'm not going to follow up with C4? I don't know if it's a good idea, but like I should at least be consistent. Then my bishop was on this stupid square. So yeah. Yeah, it was a joke, you see, Ringa. Yeah. Ace, 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 ace is like one of the worst possible starting hands in PLO. Yeah, it says C4, black's winning. Or close to winning. Yeah, CD is fine too. I just didn't really see like... Yeah, that's fine too. Can't complain. C5 was a good move, I just should play C4. Yeah, it says I'm doing good. I'm actually still doing good. Queen B6 was good. It wants to take with the pawn. I didn't like B3. I thought he would do B3. The computer's like, why would he do B3? I guess B3, Rook C3 is kind of a problem. I didn't see Rook C3. Because I like this if I could play B3, like next. I thought he would play B3 to stop it. That's where I stopped. That's where I stopped thinking. But yeah, B3 here. Oh, or Bishop C2, yeah, even better. Can you show us some of those heavy freezer packs that come with the food? I don't get that food anymore. I do have some freezer packs if you want to see them, but I'd have to like stand up. So. Yeah, but you still get credit, Vindictive. Yeah, I would have done this if I had known B3 was bad. 'Cause then I can play B3 and then like get my guy in here. I guess I can get my guy in here anyway. Get this guy here. So queen takes, not so good. Yeah, and then bad tactics. I should just go back and I'm fine. But I missed the basic tactic. Somehow I'm not dead. Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything good to do here. He played pretty well when he was up a piece, though. I give him credit. Yep. How's it going, tactics? Nah, I was thinking too much, probably. I mean, yeah, you're right. I gotta think. All right, I'm tired of thinking, so let's do poker instead. So, bye to the, like, 90% of you who will stop watching when we move to poker. Let me think of the best way to do this. We're gonna do poker, like, studying, which is even more boring for you guys. I think this will be the best way. We will not be reading Dan Harrington. Oh, wait, this isn't even what I wanted. Boring but important, yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let me do some housekeeping here. Update the stream and whatnot. Update titles. Yeah, get the lead chess order. I hope I'm in the chess category. Have I been in the poker category the whole time? I hope not. That would have been funny, though. Nah, it looks like I'm in chess. How do I do it? Game poker? In theory, that worked. Can someone tell me if that worked? You were planning to leave anyway, perfect. It did work, okay, good. All right, now let's make the stream all good. Okay, wait, so we're gonna do, yeah, 200. I guess we're gonna do 6 max, because I really want to do 200 with post-flop. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, we'll start on the flop. It can be... Let's just do single raise pots and 3-bet. I don't really see much 4-betting and 5-betting happening live. We can throw squeezes in there. I was in chess, that's good. I am playing a simulation, so you'll see. Alright, let's see how this looks. Not the best. We're gonna do a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. That doesn't look too bad. And we got aces our first hand. What a world. Okay, so the pre-flop action. Why are we at 20 BB? Hello? I thought we were at 200 BB. Did I click the wrong button? Check. Oh my god. I didn't actually see what the action was. It doesn't matter because we're not doing this 20 big blind garbage. Only 200. All right. Versus squeeze. So no, I'm sorry. Under the gun raised. Cutoff called. We squeezed with king queen suited. Fold, call. And then he's checked to us. These boards are kind of like, I don't know exactly how to play these boards because it's like everybody can have strong hands here. I assume that we're betting a lot because obviously we have really strong hands here. Our exact combo makes a lot of sense to check, I suppose. We rolled like medium. I'm not even rolling when I'm playing live because how can I do that? So I don't know. I'm thinking that, yeah, I don't even know. You could probably justify like almost any action. Obviously we're not jamming, and I don't think we're over betting because he can have, like, we don't have that much of a nut advantage. So I guess I'm gonna just do 1/3 because that's my default. Okay, I want it even smaller. Yeah, and we are range betting, which is, let's see. Yeah, you guys can see that. So it is a range bet, which is kind of interesting. Good to note, I guess. Okay, and he called us. So it's sort of optimistic, I think, to be betting for value here, right? Like, what worse hand is going to call us? I mean, I guess if he has like King Jack, he can't even have King Jack of Hearts. Jack 10 of Hearts, I guess, would be like a hand that would call. Or Queen 10 of Hearts. That's a pretty small portion of the range. So I think I want to just check here. Yeah. That's good. This is a squeezed pot. So this was under the gun opened, cut off flatted, and we 3-bet squeezed with King Queen of Spades. But I have it set to where it'll give us single raise pot, 3-bet pot, or squeeze. Yeah, but it's small. Who can blame you? Yeah, I think we're definitely just checking back. There's no reason to do anything else, I think. Yep. And they had the same hand. Wow, they're being really stingy today. They're giving 98. No, so at least these should only be visible like after the fact. But it's sort of good to get an idea of, one, like how the whole range is betting, which is what this thing is. So the hands that are green are checking, the hands that are red are betting. Darker red means a bigger bet. So it's good to just be able to see like what your whole range is doing. These frequencies are good to see, like, you know, in practice, I think most people, you look at a board and a spot and you're going to be like, okay, I'm either going to check or bet at a certain size. So it's good to see like what bet size the solver wants. The solver is going to split. So like sometimes it's betting 85%, sometimes it's betting 60%. I think as a matter of practice, like, how are you supposed to do that in game? You're like, oh, well, this hand I'd bet 85%, this hand I'd bet 60%. So I just want to see like a ballpark of what size it's betting and at what frequency. And then this is just kind of good to see like, okay, I have like a medium strength hand, which is basically what I said. Like, that's why we didn't really want to be betting. We didn't, you know, there was no purpose in betting because we're just going to get worse hands to fold and better hands to call. So it's good to see how strong your hand is and like how far up or down in your range you are. And yeah, these buckets are nice for that reason. So strong hands are betting, these middle hands are checking, then the weak hands are betting as bluffs. So yeah, there's a lot of useful stuff here, but it shouldn't be visible until I've already like made my decision. When ace king 10 when we squeeze, we should have the nut advantage. I mean, I think we do have a nut advantage. I think it's just not that pronounced. Because like he can have 10-10, he can have 2 pair. I mean, I guess 2 pair is not necessarily like all that nutted here. Yeah, he doesn't have aces or kings, but he can have pocket 10s. He can have queen jack, you know, about as often as we would. Do people hack during online poker? That's a matter of some contention. The answer is yes. I don't think it's as prevalent as other people think that it is, but so okay, we can go back to the flop and see like that kind of stuff. So on the flop, when he checks to us, yeah, I mean, so this chart, you've probably played with this, Julian, but we have a range advantage because every part of our range is ahead of him. I don't know the best way to interpret, you know, the top end of this, but I would say that's like, we don't have that much of a nut advantage, you know? We've got some, for sure. Are poker bots good? And if so, can someone just fire up a lot of bots to play for them? Yes. Poker bots are good. A human is basically never going to beat the bot over the long run. But like, let's say you're playing like $500 buy-in online. Okay. Well, maybe that's a bad example. Let's say $100 buy-in online. You will win if you use a poker bot, but you might win, but a good player who's not using a bot will win more than the bot will win. But the bot will win. But a good player will win more than the bot. So it's kind of like, yeah, you can use the bot and like eke out a little bit of money, but you know, the bot is not playing the optimal way against humans, if that makes sense. It's playing the optimal way against other bots, but it's not playing the optimal way against humans. All right, so this is another squeeze. Again, we did the squeezing. So this was a hijack open, cutoff call, we squeezed. Yeah. Okay, so I quite like checking here. I feel like our hand's not really good enough to be betting for value, but it's a little too good to be bluffing. I mean, we could bet. We could certainly bet. And we rolled kind of high. All right, let's click the 33% button. I like that button. All right. Yeah, you do need the highest membership to Node Lock, which I do have access to, but probably won't do too much of that today. I also can only stream for another like 30 minutes, so. Okay, so yeah, it's betting about half the time, and it's splitting between 1/3 and 1/2. That makes sense to me. This board's too connected to go much bigger. Okay, and we got raised. That's really awkward. Probably, in theory, we're not supposed to fold. In practice, I might fold. Nah, I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of equity. I think we have to call. Okay, that's a brick, if there ever were one. It sucks that we have a spade, too. Like, we would rather him somehow have... I mean, he's never really getting here with ace-7. He's not calling the squeeze with ace-7 of spades. He might call it with 8-7 of spades, but 8-7 of spades is a hand that beats us anyway. So maybe our blocker isn't really that relevant. I mean, we probably just have to fold. I don't know that we're getting enough here. I mean, I would assume that we have 10 outs. But that's still, we're still not really getting enough. Yeah, I think we have to fold. You don't think we can fold? I don't know, man. There's just not that much left behind. Like if we make our hand, we're not really getting that much. That's the part I don't like. Like, I think we have 10 outs. Well, okay. Against his value, we have 10 outs. Well, and even that is not completely true, because he could just have pocket 8s. We have 8 outs against that. Let's assume we have 10 outs. You know, that means we have 20% equity. He's betting 50 bigs, so we need to be able to win 250. And even if we stack him, we're not quite getting that. Well, I think we're behind his value. We're ahead of his bluffs. I mean, I guess his bluffs are like ace 10 of spades, or, you know, king queen of spades, queen jack of spades, something like that. We're ahead of that stuff. But I don't know. I don't think we can call. It's close, but that's how the bot plays. The bot is going to try to make you indifferent. So I'm folding. All right, it wants to call. It actually says that's a pretty bad mistake. 10 EV. All right, he did have pocket 8s. Not that that really matters. Yeah, so you get some funny things in solvers where, like, it's calling with pocket 9s, but it's folding with pocket 10s, which is funny. I mean, I guess 9s does have the extra equity of having the gut shot, so that makes some sense. Okay, maybe a better example is jacks, you know, folding at some frequency, but well, but blocking straights isn't that relevant because it was a 3-bet. It was a 3-bet pot pre, so like he's never gonna show up with 7-9 or 7-4. So that's why I thought I didn't really think about the straight blockers, but yeah, I mean those hands just aren't in range anyway. I didn't think the spade blocker was that relevant for the same reason. Like, unless he gets here with ace-7 of spades or 8-7 of spades, I don't think he gets here with ace-7 of spades. But he could get there with 8-7 of spades, maybe. Yeah, which would be represented here. A tiny sliver, he gets here with 8-7. Doesn't get here with ace-7. I also think this is the kind of thing, like, against the bot, it's better to call, because the bot is, you know, balanced. It's probably a lot closer playing against, you know, a human. We are in position, so I can call makes sense. Okay, this one's just a straight 3-bet pot. So we opened, we got 3-bet by the small blind, and we flatted with queen jack of spades. He's continuing. I mean, I think we have sort of a mandatory raise here. What better combo do we have to bluff with? So I think we have to raise, and I tend to raise on the larger side here. Ah, it actually wanted to call. Wow, it's really not raising much. Yeah, I mean, I guess I forget that it will, at 200 big blinds deep, like, we can actually call 6-5 suited. You call the 3-bet pre. Just looking at the hands that it's raising as a bluff. So I'm surprised that ace, like, the suited aces are bluffing more than queen jack. Because the suited aces have more equity, so I felt like those would play better as a call, would play better as a raise. Yeah, I'm just surprised that it because, like, what you said, Julian, wouldn't that be even more true if we're 3-betting ace-5 of spades, ace-4 of spades, ace-3 of spades? Or 6-5 of spades, you know? So it's actually preferring to bluff with these like higher equity spades, which is the opposite of what I thought too. Maybe that's just a function of because we're playing 200 big blinds deep. Okay, we got the fold and from a stronger hand too, so worked out this time. All right, I got like maybe 2 more hands. Okay, this is another squeeze. Let's see. Under the gun raised. Hijack called. Fold, fold, fold. We raised in the big blind. Fold, call. Yeah, I mean, we're either leading or we're check raising here. I'm really bad at figuring out which. Yeah, I mean, you're checking with the idea of check raising, right? All in, man, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I don't know why, like, c-betting versus check raising, I find it difficult to know which one is better. I feel like I prefer just c-betting with these low spades because we have even less showdown value, although that is kind of what we were talking about in the last hands. We are out of position, so I think we're going to use kind of a smaller size and the board's not, like, overly connected. I clicked this 33% button a lot. All right, but it was correct here. Yeah, it is range betting. So no check raising, really. How's it going, Pepega? Okay, we got called. We picked up actually a lot of equity there because now we're double gutted to the 7 and to the jack. So yeah, I think we have a pretty mandatory double barrel here. And I'm inclined to go big because really this card shouldn't change much. I guess there's 2 combos of Queen 10 suited that he could be playing. I guess he could have pocket 10s. But it's sort of a blank, and I tend to like sizing up on blanks. So I'm thinking either overbet or this 3/4. See, how much is an overbet would be about 60, which is kind of getting close to the point where it's almost better to just go all in. So can we just jam? I mean, like, maybe jamming is not unreasonable. Do we really have a better... Would we ever jam for value? If we ran into pocket 10, if we ran into a set of 10s? Probably not. So I think I'm more inclined to click this 75% button. Okay. So it liked even smaller, but it did like... I'm not as concerned with the sizing as I am that this hand is basically pure betting. Pretty close. All right, and we did not get there. But I think we might just have to go with it. I think all in is like, oh, you want to check fold? But like, we have to bluff with something. Like, we have ace queen here that wants to go all in, right? I mean, we have... I mean... What else are we getting here to bluff with? What other hands are we triple barreling? I think maybe that's the reason Pepega... Like, it wanted to go 50, which would make this jam, oh, all your cards in? No, I want to go all in. It does kind of suck because, like, what does he actually have? Does he have, like, pocket jacks? Or does he have, like, pocket... We blocked nines, which is kind of annoying. Blocking nines kind of suck. Nines and eights does kind of suck. Those are hands that we're kind of hoping that he has. Well, yeah, but sometimes the worst rivers are the ones that you got to bluff the most. Like, I mean, it's not like a queen is bad for our range, you know? Like, we look like we could have ace queen. Like, we have to have something to bluff with. If we have value bets here, which we definitely do, then we have to have something to bluff with. So if you're not bluffing knight eight of spades, what other hand are you getting here with that you would bluff? I mean, yeah, we do block his folds. Like, we do have bad blockers, but we still have to have bluffs. I'm just struggling to find other bluffs. Like, our bluffs basically have to be spades, so I don't really care that we block spades, because what... I mean... Like, pocket fives we could bluff here? I guess? Like, I'm thinking sevens, eights, nines... I think we would probably check the turn. Well, that's the problem I'm having, is if we don't take this with 5-5, what, you know, not to be a broken record, but what do we get here with that we bluff? We can bluff now. I mean, also a lot of our two spade hands picked up a pair with the 10. I mean, King Jack is, yeah. King Jack of spades, like, that's one combo. Some ace-x of spades, I guess. But even that's ace-king, ace-jack, and there's not really much else. I don't know, it's tough. I kind of just feel like we have to fire. But, I mean, I don't love it. We don't want the ace of spades. We want him to have the ace of spades. Yeah. Well, it just has to be balanced, you know. I don't know, man. I'm gonna click the button, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, nah, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, it's like, nah, dude, what are you doing? Oh, look at this though. Who's finding this? 10%. Who's bluffing? You know, 12 BB into 128. That'd be a pretty sick one to get through. Now I could see trying this like 35% size. The 10% is like crazy though. So it is interesting to me to see that it's actually not getting here with ace queen all that often. Which I guess means it's checking the turn with ace queen. And when it does get here with ace queen, it's just checking. And really the only value bet that we have is pocket aces, which is kind of crazy. That's such a weird spot. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, I don't know, this is a very weird strategy. I can't really explain this one. Like, is ace ace a bluff or is it value? Like, are we really just range checking here? That's a strange one. Yeah, we got called. I mean, but who's ever actually calling with 7-6? Six five? There's no 6-5 betting though. Can't see left card. Oh, he had 7. Sorry, he had 7-6. Let's see if we can sneak that in there. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, he had 7-6. That's pretty crazy. All right, I don't know that I understand this hand, to be honest. Let's click this button and look at the whole picture. All right, so range betting the flop, which we discussed. Betting quite a lot on the turn, too. Betting almost 2/3 of the time. I don't think this is really going to show me anything that I'm that interested in. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the problem, is that his calling range is very queen heavy. Which I think is what, you know, you guys were saying. And I agree, like, you know, if we don't have the queen, it seems like he probably has the queen. Huh. That's an interesting spot. All right, well, I don't know that I learned anything from that last hand. Oh, sorry, I'm also now realizing that it's kind of cut off for you guys. So let me just go back to what I was just showing. You can't really see it. But, so this is on the turn. And I was just filtering by his calling range. So when he calls, it's like mostly Queen X. The rest of this stuff is just kind of there. Yeah, he's got some 6x also. I agree, it feels like you're bluffing into a queen, but I'm still just going back to that question of, like, you know, we have to bluff something if we have value bets. But really, the solver just doesn't have that many value bets here. Like, maybe we can just ignore this whole 10% business, you know? And just say, like, this is basically a range check. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that kind of crazy though? Like, I mean, we should have some queens sometimes, right? I mean, yeah, that's basically what it's saying. I don't know. That's a strange one, but anyway, I need to go ahead and get out of here. I'm actually going to play some live poker tonight, so hopefully I'll get this exact board, and you know, then I'll know what to do. So anyway, good to see you guys again. Now that it's summer and I don't have, you know, schools to teach in for the next few months, you may see me more, you may see me stream more, but I won't promise, but you know, it's possible. So Anyway, let's find someone to raid. And, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I guess we'll raid Layla. She's streaming pretty early. Alright.